Greetings and salutations, and welcome back once again to Waterloo and Wavre, where it has just started getting dark, so let's see if anything crazy has happened in the process. With the darkness, with it now getting dark, I am going to start falling back in places to start reforming. But it is going to be tough. My guess is he's starting to fall back as well, for the most part, beyond a few pickets. Or they're going to come forward a little bit and start giving me some parting gifts. Which is very possible. So, with some parting gifts, oof. I do intend to make use of darkness to try and reorganise and reform the Anglo-Allied army into something more cohesive, because it is an unholy mess at the moment. Oof. Well, that didn't actually cause as much damage as I thought it would, but then again, it's only 2 guns, so he is withdrawing. Blast them in the face. They are dead. Some more skirmishers sneaking about, plinking at things. Yep, throwing out more skirmishers. I, for one, intend to sort of peel this line back, because it is too exposed. It's getting hit in the side and plinked to death by skirmishers. Still, if I can leave, say, a skirmish screen behind so he doesn't really know what I'm up to, that will be handy to have. And then more troops from Van Dam keep moving forward. So yeah, that company of skirmishers are dead. they're going to be captured no matter what. Between disordered, low ammo, isolated, and, well, going to be attacked by at least a full battalion. 15th Leger. Alright, he's pulling those guns back. He's pulling them back. And he's also sort of reforming. I'm probably going to do something similar as well. For the most part. We'll pull troops back where I can. One, to prevent them from just getting skirmished to death. Ow! 60 men just snapped and gone. So that battalion is going to rout. There is no two ways about that. Plus, it's pretty damn tired. From all the having chunks of it blown out. Still, I am going to speed it up a little bit because, as I said, with darkness almost here, we are going to have to pretty much cool the fighting for now. That's going to hurt. Yep. Alright, what's he done? Form square. Plinking at you. Plinking at you. Just some more general plinkage from skirmishers. Attack there. Yeah, there they go. That's them captured. So, 35 units undisordered. 8 units rallied. 2 units recover fatigue. 8 units resupplied. No one routed. I am really surprised they did not rout. But I am actually pleasantly surprised. For that matter. You will head back there and look to regroup with them. So he can see 4 hexes. Let's have a look, see what can he see. Can't see any of this for the moment. It's not quite night time yet, so I intend to take advantage of that last bit of daylight to bring up these remaining elements of 1st Prussian Corps. So again, continuing to bring them forward. Because they are going to be quite important. You lot are just dead, so let's get you out of the way. There they go, as I said. So we'll leave those skirmishers there. And again, we're going to look to reform. Fall back. Fall back. And we'll swap those skirmishers to there. Continuing to bring up these elements to try and get them reorganised. Brandenstein and his regiment, the 1st Pomeranian Landwehr, are in a... they're in a decent spot. They're not exactly in a brilliant spot, but they're in a decent spot. You belong to that lot. We'll reallocate you to your actual unit. You will go to your... there. You will limber up. So, again, for the most part, my line is still, quote, stable. You will fall back. As will you. That's gonna... yep. Lose me 20 men for no reason, but they're sort of out of the way now, so there is that. You lot can go that way, and I will send forth just these Silesian Schutzen to basically take their place. Fall back. Them I'm going to try and rally soon enough. They shall remain there. Now over here, this is where it's going to get considerably tougher. Because, for example, they can't detach skirmishers. They can't detach skirmishers. This lot can't detach skirmishers. They can't. They can't. I am going to detach, however. We'll break them down into their skirmish elements. Fall back with you and just basically throw out these skirmishers. Just to keep an eye on what they're up to, more than anything. Fall back with you. Any guns that are still available? Not really. What about you? Well, I suppose you can see some skirmishers, but it's more a case of, do I really need you doing that? Not really. We'll do the Prussians first for once. Limber you and pull you that way. Alright, you go there. You go that way, as do you. And then we'll place this Landwehr cavalry there. And continue to bring forward the heavy guns, as they are going to be very much needed to blast the French line open. None of the heavy guns, no progress in the morning, which is the key thing. His brigade is a little... We'll turn you facing that direction. You can go this way, and then you will go rejoin your lot. Now, Stucknagel, let's get you out of the way. And I will fall back as well. We'll basically fall back into a more cohesive attack formation. General Krausneck. We bring forward the guns, we bring forward these guns. Albus Luck, we bring forward him as the overall reserve of the corps that is pushing that way. I could break out a few skirmishers, but they're not going to, quote, be able to really see me, so at this point, as I'm going to be beyond maximum visibility for the guns. We'll place you there. Place you with them. Who do you even... Oh, you belong to him. So let's bring him this way so he can try and undisorder some of these troops. Tippleskirch is in position. They're in position. You're coming forward this way. Who do you belong to? You belong to Tippleskirch. There you go. We'll leave the Jaeger detachment up here, but the rest of the unit will fall back. IR9, the Pomeranians, which are very good troops. They're probably the best in the entire army. So, you will go there. You're in position nice and fine. Again, for the most part, we're all nice and set. You go that von Marwitz. You are Third Corps cavalry. I'll see if I can reorganise the cavalry how it actually should be. So this lot here will be replaced by Third Corps cavalry, and then they will go and support their actual corps. For now, however, General Bosa. Yeah, that will do nicely, I think, for the most part. The 2nd Elbe Landwehr, General Brause's 7th Brigade, is in position nicely. It's just a case of pushing forward, just reorganising in places. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Whoopsies. And then you'll go there as well. So, the big thing is I want to somewhat reorganise during the night, but I also don't because of, well, the inevitable problems that it's going to cause. Such as tired, exhaustion. Alrighty, Prussians. That's pretty much it for the Prussians. Krasnek literally only has 2 regiments in his brigade, so... Let's detach some skirmishers and change you to column. So you will go there and basically rejoin your the rest of your regiment. Colonel Hardage can come forward. Blucher will remain where he is for now. We will also start to bring forth... we're going to make sure I bring all of the First Corps' guns forward. As I am going to need them. Very much so if I want to break his position up here. So, let's think. They can see what this far. Yep, that's them. And the Dragoons are now in their positions nicely. So I might as well just pull these boys back as well. Into more, not necessarily safe spots, but more useful, I would say. Alright, but you lot will go there. We'll basically do the same with them. And then this lot can push their way forward to there. And then obviously the 2nd Westphalian Landwehr will be the reserve element. As for the rest of the... As for the Anglo-Allied troops, they... I wish I could break these Silesian Schutzen into skirmishers, but alas, I can't. As there's not enough of them, and there's... they're a bizarre unit. Because they're meant to be skirmishers, but they're not skirmishers. Because they can't deploy skirmishers, so... I'm still shocked that the 9th Brigade under Borka never released. It's literally not been released, which is a shame because it has some damn good quality troops in the form of the 8th Infantry Regiment. And then it's got some not so good quality troops. But the fact that it has the 8th Infantry Regiment. Alright, back over here. The skirmishers remain skirmishy. These land there. Alright, let's do this. Oxford's, you will take up position there. Which is part of Colborne's brigade. Who will then march right next to him. Will continue to pull back in places, I think. Fall back. Continue to fall back with you. Oh, I'll have to shift them back a little bit. These King's German Legion. 3rd Foot Guards. 1st Foot Guards. Coldstreams, or what's left of the Coldstream Guard. Which is not a whole lot. The Guard in general have just been shot to ever-living crap. Ow. We'll go there. Again, as I try and basically fall back into a bit more of a compact position. Major General Cook, Halkett and Elphinstone, Mercer's Horse Battery. Bean, you are going to try and... We'll look to just cause a few extra casualties before nightfall fully encompasses the battlefield. Mercer, you'll shoot them, knock out another gun. So worth it. Sandham. You are going to limber up and move. You cannot reattach because you're all disordered. Nassauans. Again, as I pull back what's left of Picton's poor division. Not a lot of it, to be fair, as it turns out. What's left of the Innie, Skillans. These poor Hanoverians of mine that have not been doing very well. They can just continue going that way. They can sort of come back towards their position. Major General Dornberg. What's left of the 23rd Light Dragoons is not enough to really do anything with, so they are going to get out of the way. out of the way, please. Pull them out of the way as well. Movement allowance. I am going to leave the light company of the Cambridge there. And hopefully... yeah, I can't really get them out of the way, unfortunately. Still, the Blues and... between the Blues and the Second Life Guards, plus the Dragoon Guards, we are... yeah, this is an unholy mess that I need to fix quickly. Get out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Get all of these wagons out of the way because they are just in the way. Still, the Royal Welsh are holding there, so they should not get an easy ride when it comes to driving us off. I could place the Blues and Royals here. What can see here? Could move Somerset forward. Constantin, you're going to try and hold on to what little Lambert's division is still, it's still holding nicely. The Nassauans, yeah, for the most part the line is just going to be continuing to fall back. Where is Uxbridge? Uxbridge, Uxbridge, Uxbridge. There's Ponsonby. There he is. Uxbridge. Get your butt going that way, please. So you can command Dornburg effectively. You're commanding Ponsonby effectively, and you're commanding Somerset effectively, so... what have we got here for skirmishers? What's left of the 2nd King's German Legion Battalion are going to come out of the farm and then basically reform. There's not a lot of them left. So I'll leave the 1st King's German Legion Light there. Hanoverians are doing quite nicely. They are holding, at least. As is... Lambert's. Still, my biggest question is where on earth are things going to be in the morning? Am I going to suddenly find an unholy mess of of Frenchmen in my face? Which is not something I wish, for one thing. An unholy horde of Frenchmen in my face is not something I wish for. The sappers are not exactly going to be much use, but they are going to hold the road. There we go. What remains of poor old de Poppencher's division, considering he's dead. Von Steuben was killed. Byng was wounded. Clinton and Adam captured. Picton captured. So, still, he didn't get away with it scot-free. He's lost, for example, Hubert, Chef de Battalion Sanac. They're all wounded. Colonel Courtier, Jacquemont, Donop, Vatier. So yeah, he's lost quite a few officers of his own. I don't think he's only had, what, 4 killed? Bro, Courtier, Deschmels, and Duquemont. Yeah. So I've had the highest ranked officer killed in de Poppencher. And the highest ranked officer captured in the form of Picton. And Clinton, for that matter. But all things considered, I'm still in a good position. You will go that way. Oberst Funk can stay there. Oberst Hiller. I need to bring this lot back. So I am actually going to recall these skirmishers in. And in return, I will throw out some more some fresh skirmishers from the 24th Regiment to do the job. And then they can go rejoin their actual regiment, and then they can go rejoin their brigade, because they got a little spread out and unconcentrated over the course. You will start there, so you're in position ready. Over here, I intend to leave these pioneers just basically guarding the river. Now, the real question is, will the line really be changed all that much? And something tells me no, it's not going to. Yep, so they're all out of range now. We'll plink at them just before the sun goes down. Couple of plinkages at that cavalry. You can't see anything. You'll plink at them. Plink at them. So, von Bülow's corps. How badly battered is von Bülow's corps? Pretty battered, all things considered. The 15th Brigade, for example, is really battered, but that's more because everything is running away. than anything else. Schulenburg. You lot are going to ride this way. Thuman. You can come this way as well and basically look to rejoin. Look to rejoin the whole corps. Perch, you're still out of command, effectively. I'm pretty sure. Are you in command now? Yes, you are. And you effectively are commanding all your troops, so perfect. Thielemann is likewise in effective command of all his troops, even the cavalry that are well out of the way. So as we continue to shift this lot, get these guns further forward. These two guns. I will break off some more skirmishers and basically fling them out in the village. So, with that, my position is fairly nice and set for the morning. Could it be better? Sure, everything can be better, but it's a fairly set position. So, I am going to continue to work my way back with all this lot, slowly but surely. And it'll probably force me to turn General Hulker's brigade, as well as General Lofsin's brigade, to turn and face Van Dam, which will only leave the battered remnants of Hiller and Funk's commands to push forward. But with the First Corps here and in position, ready, it gives me some options. So we're going to plink away at the skirmishers that we can. '73rd Highlanders. Not quite who I wanted to shoot at, but it works. Somerset. Gonna need to rally them. What little remains of the first Life Guards, which is not a whole lot. I am gonna start basically trying to pull in troops to get them rested where I can. Oh, you're not in the hex, so... Well, where's your skirmishers? Get these wagons out of the way again. Get them behind this secondary ridge. What's my losses like? Ugh, nearly 30,000. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. There is one advantage, though. Despite my, what is it, 28,000 odd losses. The French position is still very, very precarious. Precarious, rather. I know how to speak English. But yes, the French position is precarious. Because if he's not careful, when the second and the third corps come crashing down on his rearguard here, it could swing everything. Where's your leader? There he is, Sadao. I would rather have the rest of the cavalry of the 4th Corps not here, but they needed to be here at the time because of the fact that all of Grouchy's dragoons showed up. And I needed to prevent their movements anywhere. You can just see some nothings, really. I will limber you up and just pull you back. We'll just do that so they are out of the way for the moment. And then I'll set them up early in the morning. This battery I'm going to move forward. What little remains of my cavalry. Alright, that will do nicely, I think. So, the West Prussian regiment will form up behind this mass of cavalry. I am going to slightly reposition them. They can't be seen anyway at this second, so I intend to have them repositioned so they can support the infantry a bit easier. The Nassauans, North Gloucesters, pull the North Gloucesters back. Still, hopefully, that should give us a nice amount of options. So at this point, let's push on to the melees, of which I don't think I really have any. I mean, I technically do, but yeah, I don't really care to do them. So, pushing on. So it's now 8:30. we have maybe a turn of this dusk left. It's not long. So, and if we look at parameter data, night turns are, what, 60 minutes? So, what time will dawn be? Dawn is about 3:15, so... And then it will take about an hour. So, full daylight should be about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It's now... So, let's think. Well, again, let's say 9 o'clock for full night. Then it will be about 6 turns, so 2 more turns, and then say 4, 5 turns of night. So that'll be about 45. That gives me a few more turns to do stuff. So we shall see. We got a few turns. We'll have a few turns at least to do something. So for now, I thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. But as always, if you did, please consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribing, or leaving a comment. As always, I am also going to generally skip the night turns when it comes to videos because, well, they're generally not going to be much, as not much is going to happen. So for now, I thank you all once again. Hope you have enjoyed, and these are live commentaries as always. So I blather and tend to go off on tangents. So, my favourite word. Anyway, I thank you all, and I will see you all again very soon. So until next time, bye bye for now.